What are the 5 oceans on Earth? When we look at Earth from space, what stands out immediately is that our planet is primarily blue. Water covers about 71% of Earth's surface, and the vast majority of that water is contained in what we call the oceans. But how many oceans are there exactly? While you might have learned there are 4 oceans, today most geographers and scientists recognize 5 distinct oceans on our planet: the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Arctic, and Southern Oceans. Let's explore each of these magnificent bodies of water, their unique characteristics, and how they're both similar and different from one another. The Pacific is the undisputed champion of oceans. Covering more than 60 million square miles, it's larger than all Earth's land areas combined. This massive ocean stretches from the Arctic in the north to the Southern Ocean in the south, and from Asia and Australia in the west to the Americas in the east. The Pacific is also the deepest ocean, with an average depth of about 14,000 feet. Its deepest point, the Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench, plunges to an astonishing 36,200 feet below sea level, deeper than Mount Everest is tall. The Pacific is home to thousands of islands and contains the famous Ring of Fire, a horseshoe-shaped belt where approximately 75% of the world's active volcanoes are located. Its waters are incredibly diverse, hosting everything from tropical coral reefs to cold water ecosystems. The Atlantic is the second largest ocean, covering approximately 41 million square miles. It separates the Americas from Europe and Africa and extends from the Arctic Ocean in the north to the Southern Ocean in the south. What makes the Atlantic unique is its role in human history. It has been the primary route for travel, trade, and cultural exchange between the Old and New Worlds for centuries. Its relatively narrow width compared to the Pacific made it more navigable for early sailors. The Atlantic is also home to the Gulf Stream, one of the most important ocean currents on Earth. This powerful current transports warm water from the Gulf of Mexico to Western Europe, significantly moderating the climate there and making places like the British Isles much warmer than they would otherwise be at their latitude. The average depth of the Atlantic is slightly less than the Pacific at about 12,000 feet, with its deepest point in the Puerto Rico Trench at about 28,000 feet. The Indian Ocean is the third largest ocean, covering about 28 million square miles. It's bounded by Africa to the west, Asia to the north, Australia to the east, and the Southern Ocean to the south. One of the Indian Ocean's most distinctive features is its warmth. Because it's largely located in tropical and subtropical regions, and is somewhat enclosed by land masses, the Indian Ocean has the warmest surface temperatures of any ocean, averaging about 72 degrees Fahrenheit. The Indian Ocean is also known for its monsoon weather pattern, which brings seasonal reversals in wind directions that have shaped the cultures, agriculture, and trade of the surrounding regions for millennia. With an average depth of about 13,000 feet, the Indian Ocean's deepest point is in the Java Trench at approximately 24,000 feet below sea level. The Arctic Ocean is the smallest and shallowest of the 5 oceans, covering about 5.4 million square miles. Located entirely in the northern hemisphere, it's surrounded by Eurasia, North America, and Greenland. What truly sets the Arctic Ocean apart is its ice. Much of this ocean is covered by sea ice throughout the year, though climate change is rapidly reducing this coverage. The Arctic Ocean experiences extreme seasonal variations in daylight, with 24 hours of darkness during winter and 24 hours of sunlight during summer at the North Pole. Despite its smaller size, the Arctic Ocean plays a crucial role in global climate regulation. Its average depth is only about 3,400 feet, making it much shallower than the other oceans, with its deepest point in the Fram Basin at around 15,300 feet. The Southern Ocean, officially recognized by most countries since 2000, is the fifth and newest named ocean. It surrounds Antarctica and extends northward to 60 degrees south latitude. What makes the Southern Ocean distinct is the Antarctic Circumpolar Current, the world's largest ocean current, which flows eastward around Antarctica. This current effectively isolates Antarctica from warmer waters, helping to keep it frozen. With an average depth of about 14,500 feet, the Southern Ocean contains the Antarctic continental shelf, which is unusually deep at 1,600 to 3,300 feet, compared to an average of 430 feet for other continental shelves. The waters of the Southern Ocean are some of the most biologically productive on Earth, supporting vast numbers of phytoplankton, krill, fish, seals, and whales. While these 5 oceans have distinct identities, it's important to remember that they're actually part of one interconnected global ocean system. Water constantly flows between them, carrying heat, nutrients, and marine life. All 5 oceans share certain common features. They all contain salt water with an average salinity of about 3.5%. They all experience tides due to the gravitational pull of the moon and sun. Each ocean has complex systems of currents that distribute heat around the planet. All oceans support diverse ecosystems and food webs, and they all absorb carbon dioxide and help regulate Earth's climate. However, these oceans differ significantly in several important ways. Their size and depth vary dramatically, from the vast, deep Pacific to the smaller, shallower Arctic. Temperature ranges differ significantly, with the Indian Ocean maintaining warm tropical temperatures while the polar oceans remain near freezing. The oceans are defined differently by their surrounding landmasses and how enclosed they are. Each ocean has its own unique current patterns and marine biodiversity. They also vary in their historical significance for human use and trade, and each faces different vulnerabilities to climate change. The Pacific and Atlantic have extensive north-south reaches, spanning from near the Arctic to the Southern Ocean, giving them remarkable temperature gradients. The Indian Ocean, by contrast, is largely a tropical and subtropical ocean. The Arctic and Southern Oceans are defined more by their polar locations and unique currents than by continental boundaries. They're also experiencing the most dramatic effects of climate change, with rapidly melting ice in the Arctic and changing ecosystems in the Southern Ocean. Understanding our oceans as 5 distinct bodies of water helps scientists study their unique characteristics and challenges. Each ocean faces different threats from human activities, from plastic pollution in the Pacific to rapid warming in the Arctic. Yet the interconnected nature of these 5 oceans reminds us that what happens in one ocean affects all others. The health of our oceans, all 5 of them, is critical to the health of our planet, and the future of all life on Earth. As we continue to learn more about our oceans, we're discovering just how complex, dynamic, and essential they are to our world. Though we name them separately, together they form Earth's greatest feature, the global ocean that makes our blue planet so unique in our solar system and, as far as we know, the universe. For more Earth science news and information, visit Earth.com from the link in the description.